Hello and welcome. This is Gist Nigeria. Coming up on the program, Nigeria's drug epidemic. We tell stories of recovering cocaine addicts crawling their way out as authorities crack down on supply. Also, pushing boundaries. Physically challenged vlogger inspires with story of resilience. And rising above stigma. Kenya community shows unconventional approach towards surrogacy. Plus, the medical doctor providing unorthodox healthcare business strategies. Glad to be back with another episode of Gist Nigeria, brought to you by the BBC and Channels Television. And here on the program, we track stories on social media and provide fresh perspectives to them. I'm Wali Fakile. Today, we start with drug abuse. On the streets, you might hear words like coke, coca, or candy. Now, these words sound really familiar, but have different meanings to drug users. They are coded words for cocaine or crack cocaine. The National Drug Law Enforcement Agency, NDLEA, said in June that about 29.4 million Nigerians between ages 15 and 64 years abuse psychoactive substances and other dangerous drugs. In this report, I tried to understand how cocaine gets into the hands of many and what damages it does to the body. A nationwide problem spreading like wildfire.
It cuts across all classes, whether rich or poor, educated or illiterate.
It's stolen several lives and shattered many dreams.
I was dead inside. I tried to look for something that would make me see the light that, okay, I shouldn't do this, but I was so lost.
The distraction cuts across all strata of society.
I smoke with dollars, I smoke with pounds, I smoke with euro. I smoke with different kind of currency.
At the center of the problem is the crave for a quick fix, a drug fix. Like many countries, drug abuse is one of the many challenges Nigeria struggles with. Almost every week, anti-drug authorities carry out raids like this one, but the problem persists. At the receiving end of the illicit trade are men, women, young and old, hooked on drugs. More worrying is the growing popularity of cocaine and crack cocaine as choice substances of abuse for many. Demand and supply seem to have skyrocketed in the last decade. Rehabilitation centers like this one in Lagos, southwest Nigeria, are among the very few substance abusers can get help. I've come here to see firsthand how destructive substance abuse can be.
This time now, even small children, they just go there to buy crack.
This man began using crack cocaine and other substances more than 30 years ago.
When the parents will bring the drug from Bombay to Nigeria, so it's like a stone. So they will give the son, we will be grinding it. So from there we still put it in a box of matches. So when we go out from there, we go and load it in a cigarette, we start smoking. We did not know that we will become addicts.
He also tells me the drug is a killer, a silent killer.
More than 10. The one we sit together in the ghetto, the one we work together, the one we do things together, they were not sick when I left. But before under 6 months, they are gone.
What's your biggest regret so far?
What I regret the most is my eyes. You know, I cannot see very well this time.
A few meters away, I catch up with some of the women getting assistance at the center. One of them had been addicted to crack for over 2 years.
At first, it was not all addictive and the rest of that. I had 1 shot, I had 2, I had 3.
The 22-year-old former medical student dropped out of the university in her third year.
I lost everything, my family, my friends, my relationship. I had someone very serious that would take me to marriage. I even lost a child due to crack cocaine. I was pregnant and I was smoked for about 5 months. I lost my baby 8 months, 2 weeks. 2 weeks before my due date to birth, I lost the child.
How easy is it to access crack cocaine?
You can get it as cheap as 100 naira, 200, 300. Even half gram, you can get it with as cheap as 6,000 naira in some places.
Babatunde Pelemo, head of rehabilitation at the center, corroborates this claim. He was addicted to crack for 27 years.
Before you can buy rum, before you can buy whiskey, you need to have good money. But today you can have it in sachet. Whether pure or not, it doesn't matter. It's the same way. The people who market crack, they are trying to make it so cheap and easily affordable that you can get it.
Is it also true that Nigeria is mainly a transit point, for crack?
Not at all. Nigeria is a user nation. As a matter of fact, crack cocaine is an epidemic in Nigeria. We should stop deceiving ourselves thinking that Nigeria is a transit nation. Nigeria was a transit nation 81, 82, 83.
My interaction with some of the people here shows that behind the numbers and statistics are real lives caught in an unforgiving web of a problem perhaps not fully understood.
Underscoring the scale of the crack cocaine and cocaine epidemic is a recent bust by the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency, NDLEA. The agency recovered 1.8 tons of cocaine from this house in Ikorodu, a suburb of Lagos. It was the biggest drug seizure in the agency's history.
The consignment actually came from South America through, these things usually come from Colombia, Peru, then go into Brazil, where they are shipped into Africa. And so that's exactly the movement for this particular consignment.
The agency says it had been on the trail of the cartel since 2018, and the drugs would have been shipped overseas.
If you look at the volume, 1.8 tons, that's 1,855 kilograms, which on the street, which we estimate to be worth more than $278 million on the street. Just imagine that volume of money in the hands of criminal gangs.
Beyond the socio-economic impact of the illicit trade, friends and family of users also bear the burden of addiction. So, are there signs to look out for?
One of the physical signs you will notice is agitation. The person is always agitated to get. Financially, people who take crack, they are always on, they are always on the go just to get money.
A national survey in 2018 put the prevalence of any drug use at 14.4%, meaning 14.3 million people aged 15 to 64 years had used a psychoactive substance for non-medical purposes. Worrying statistics like this and spread of drugs like crack cocaine point to one thing: authorities need to act faster.
We've also tried to make sure that for even those that are already abusing these substances, we'd also try to ensure that we bring help to them by setting up a call center which provides a toll-free helpline that is 0800 10 20 30 40.
We need more rehabilitation centers. The few existing ones need to be upgraded, need funds from whatever means, because it is expensive to take somebody out from drug. And the individual should believe that it is possible to get out of that web.
But we use what is called talking therapy, which starts with changing the cognition of the person, because it is believed the person involved in cocaine use or crack use has a deficiency or a kind of disorder that has affected his brain. So we need to reorganize it.
While few survivors like this or getting help to overcome their addiction, thousands more are caught in a vicious cycle of confusion, pain, and rejection that require collective efforts to break. The war against drug abuse is a global one. Stay clean, and if you're struggling, seek help. Join this conversation on Twitter. Tweet us at Gist Nigeria TV. Would like to hear from you.